dopest dope I've ever smoked. Hands down, dopest dope I've ever smoked.
It's not better than the Blue Oyster. You can't be. I don't think I can't handle better than
This
this.
is like...
Welcome to Smoke With Us. I'm Eastwood,
I'm Blue.
and this is our virtual smoke circle as usual, guys.
Yeah, we started this because we thought a stoner's world can be lonely. So let's make it less lonely together.
Yeah. So at this point, we are smoking on just a concoction. It's just a mess.
Yeah, we running low. So we got like there's some dry herb in there.
Yeah.
There's like some fresh herb. And
We got some vapes floating around.
Yeah, and who knows what's in the vapes? Who knows what's in the drier herb? Because it's like a concoction of 4 other strains that I've been saving.
Yeah.
So it's like we're in a carnival, bruh.
Yeah. It's fun to be in carnival sometimes, though, you know?
Mm-hmm. So is a carnival like what came with the circus, but without the circus?
Uh-huh.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, the circus was like the main attraction and the carnival was around it.
Do you know? Okay, we'll talk about this after the break. But do you know how big circuses were back in the day?
Yeah. No, I know. Okay.
Okay, I mean,
But,
like, I'm talking about like 1800.
At this point, too, we rate our high. So I'm at a solid 7.
I'm like at 7.5, but I'm going places, dude. Bongs will take you places.
Yeah, we
We also have a bong, so you might hear some noises.
Yeah, we took on a bong, and he coughed a bunch. So
What? Okay, first of all, you're starting the bus throwing already. Second of all, you got to cough to get off.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. So we'll see you on the other side. And we're back. Okay, carnivals and circuses. Go.
Okay, no, but do you really know how big they were back in the day?
No, yeah,
They were like the shit, like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know why people ran away with the carnival?
No.
Okay, so we have to set the picture of what world was like back then, dude. I watched a 6-part documentary on
Of course you did.
circuses. So here's the deal. Think about this back in the day, okay? Most of America, so almost guaranteed, even if you live in a city now, you probably went in then. So if you're listening to this, you would have been in like a rural town, like would have been a strong community, but like, you know what I mean? Like 1,000 people, maybe like if you were lucky, like maybe 5,000 people, like, wow. Like, you know what I mean? Lots of farms. And you just thought your life was going to be that town for the rest of your life because that's how the world went. You just lived in that town. You got your job. Maybe you took over your dad's job. Maybe you're a farmer. And so you're just like, I guess this is my life. Or like if you're a second, third child and you're a farmer's kid, you're like, gotta figure out something to do in this town. Maybe work for the bigger farmer down the lane. And then you go to the carnival. I mean, the circus, right? You're seeing animals that you've only heard people talk about because you don't read that well. Like, okay, you're seeing like, it's literally like a whole new world. You're seeing like these like different people, like the world's strongest man, the hairiest lady, like, you know what I mean? So it's like all of this. It's literally, people described it like going into like a magical world because they're seeing people breathe fire, all this shit. This is before TV. This is before all that. So you're seeing all this for the first time. And like, you see that there's people that just, you know, work like, and they're just chilling around or helping out in these different ways and came in on the train. And so you're like, I could be in part of this if I just run away. And so that's why people joined the circus. Was because they were like, I have to be a part of this magical world.
Yeah.
I never want to let go.
That's fucking crazy.
And so like, you're a third son of a farmer. You know you're not going to get shit in life. You don't know what you're going to do with your future. You're like 16. You see that you could just jump on this magical world with fucking tigers and elephants that will like stand on balls and like like bears that ride bicycles.
Right.
And you're like, I could just join this magical world. And that's why you did it. And it was like the biggest shit. Like these companies would be like billions and billions and billions of dollars. Like they would be like world's biggest companies nowadays, which is also crazy to think about when you think about that industry like ended hard.
Yeah, no, dude, like fucking crashed.
Yeah, so it's like it's crazy to see how big. Like it basically would be like in like 100 years, Apple's just gone. Basically, you'd be like,
Yeah,
oh wow, that was like the richest company in the world for a while, right? Like it's like, yeah. They're gone now.
You know, that's kind of how I feel about like people who are like that go on tour with bands, but they're their crew.
Yeah, like groupies. I mean, not groupies, roadies.
No, yeah, roadies. It totally makes me think of that because it's just like, you know, these motherfuckers look like old. And I'm like, you were probably back when like
they basically ran away with the
the
circus.
Rolling Stones. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what?
They just got picked up.
And they were probably in a Midwest town, like no nothing town, went to Kansas City, saw them and was just like, yeah, I'm just going to grab onto this.
Yeah. No, like for real. Like that's what some of them seem like. No, you know, no dig on it.
Oh, that's no shade there. No shade from the circus runners and the roadies.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts. Speaking of circuses, there's a big one unfolding between our eye or in front of our eyes, in between our eyes.
What are you talking about?
Britney Spears.
Oh, dude. Yes. Yeah. Tell me about this shit, bro.
Oh, so if you're a longtime listener of the podcast, which I hope you are, you'll know
we brought up Britney.
We brought up Britney and we brought up conspiracies quite a lot.
Well, and we brought up Britney several times talking about like someone needs to help the girl.
And recently too. I think it's last couple
Two
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So Blue and I were sitting on our couch watching TV because we live together now. And I just like was on Instagram. Like we were just watching some fucking filler show. I don't even know what it was. Probably something important, but who cares, right? You're high. Flipping through Instagram and I came across one of Britney Spears' videos where she was like just being fucking just crazy.
Yeah.
But like in the best way possible. Like I don't think it's like necessarily bad.
I don't know.
I just think she's being herself. Like I think she's being her true, authentic self.
Yeah. But like now we realize that maybe that needs a little bit of professional help.
Yeah. Well, so speaking of that, whoa, bro, I came across something, you know, Facebook is Facebook. You get news, you get rumors.
You hear they're like thinking about making a cryptocurrency.
Oh my God, they would.
They're gonna become a country one day, dude. They're just gonna buy Madagascar, and then it's just gonna become like this tech, like future utopia, but dystopia at the same time.
Yeah.
Like in some ways, you're like, wow, it's perfect. But then you look into underbelly, and there's like death and suffering.
Yeah. So conspiracy world is kind of booming with Britney right now. She's a hot topic.
Booming with Britney.
Show.
Yeah.
But like the funniest thing, like, okay, if you guys can pause this episode, go to Britney Spears' Instagram and just watch the first 5 videos. Like just the first ones that you see, just click them and start them and watch them. She's literally walking back and forth on camera for 4 solid minutes.
Yeah. And like,
in the same outfit, maybe changes once every like couple, like going back and forth, but it's like literally,
and they're like nothing outfits.
No, yeah, they're just like normal, like what you would find at fucking some random ass mall store.
Yeah, like you see ladies like this walking past you just like this every day.
It's not like Versace or like Gucci.
She's not, or like this a specific designer. Like, yeah, exactly.
No, it's like literally what she wants to wear, which I love it. So people are like really concerned about her. Like her fan base is like blowing up. I don't even know what her fan base is, like the name of it. I'm a part of it, but I don't think we have a name. I don't know. I think this is before. I think that's funny. I think it was before the fandom names kind of came out. Because NSYNC doesn't have a fandom name.
The Sinkers?
No.
NSYNC?
Backstreet Boys, they don't have one either.
The Backstreet Street Girls?
Spice Girls don't have one either.
The Spice Rack?
Oh my God.
Some of those were good, dude. We need to play that game, dude. Like name that. They're called the Britney Army. Lame.
Oh, that's stupid. That's
Hire me, fan base.
That's fucking stupid. Anyways,
Blue, professional fan base namer.
Dude, let me just give you guys a quick backstory. Britney Spears literally brought life into me. Like when I was a little boy.
Like in the beginning, when God breathed into Adam, Britney breathed into Eastwood.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for real. Like I quite literally, like I remember having posters of her in my room when the Oops, I Did It Again album came out. And I remember watching the premiere on MTV for the I'm a Slave video. Then my mom told me that I couldn't listen to her anymore because she's like, this is bad.
Yeah,
she's not a little girl anymore.
You probably watched it right in front of your mom too.
Yeah. But I was more concerned about being her, not actually fucking her, which is the crazy thing to me. I was like dancing like I was like Britney Spears.
Like, I am Britney Spears.
It is fucking crazy. So yeah, I even had her video game Crossroads, amazing. Her SNL performance where she had like a 2-hour long skit thing, amazing.
Oh my god!
Like I've watched it all, folks. Like Crossroads, honestly, is probably the best Britney film out there. So if you haven't seen Crossroads, do yourself a fucking favor and go watch it. It's fucking hilarious.
Blue's something in here. Maybe do yourself a favor and don't watch it.
So back to reality. Nope, not gonna go there. I was gonna sing the song "Back to Reality." Yep.
There you go.
It just came in my head. Anyways, yeah. So all her fans are kind of like freaking out and like, okay, something's wrong. So people have been saying that they have screenshots of this, of videos of her, because she posts them on TikTok too. So it's Instagram and TikTok that she does, and I didn't know she had a TikTok. So,
because I would have been on that.
yeah, for real. So she posted on TikTok, and people were like, "Hey, if you need help, wear a yellow shirt in your next video." And literally the next fucking video, she's wearing a yellow shirt. And she even points out the yellow shirt. She goes, "Look at these flowers that my, florist just sent me by chance. And look at this lovely yellow top that I just had on." And I'm like, and people are like, "What the fuck?" So they keep asking her to do different things. Like one says, "Blink twice if you need help in the next video." And then that was her Pride video that she released next, where she fucking like was blinking a bunch.
What?
Bro, it's fucking nuts. Okay, so then after I saw this, I was like, okay. And someone commented on this post that I saw. It's a friend of mine. And well, the person who commented is not a friend, but the friend who posted it is. So she went in, or they went into this big long thing about how back in 2008, when Britney had her moment where she shaved her fucking head.
Right.
Her dad did what's called a conservatorship over her.
Yeah, that's when like unfit adult, right?
But it's mainly for people with dementia and like who literally can't wipe their ass.
It's usually older people that get it because of that, but every once in a while, like seriously mentally ill.
Yeah, but she's had it since 2008.
Or like psychotic episodes and stuff.
She's had it since 2008. And
yeah, it's been a while. So I knew about her dad having control.
But he's literally total control over her.
Yeah, so like in theory, he can force her to go to a mental institution.
Which is what people think happened this past in 2019.
Oh, there was one that happened in 2019?
Because she was supposed to do her Dominatrix. She had a whole album coming out. It's called Dominatrix. And she had a whole Las Vegas show that she was going to do. And she literally randomly canceled it and said, "My dad's sick. I'm also sick. I need to go to the hospital." And people are like, she was so happy before that. Like literally like a post before that, she was saying how excited she was and all this shit. And then like the next post, which was like a week later, it was like done.
Right.
People are like, But people said that she was saying that there's something going around where Britney has technically have been trying to get out of this. She's been talking to a judge and she's been saying, "Hey," but every time
he probably looks at her Instagram. He's like, "Ooh, you're not good, girl."
But every time that she does this, they throw it out. Or when she appoints her own attorney, they say, "No, you don't have the mental stability to do that." And she's like, "Yeah, I do. This is who I want." They appoint one for her. So like,
yeah.
And supposedly her manager, her longtime manager that she's had, is in on this with her dad.
Right.
And also is like controlling her and stuff like that. And the reason why people think that she's making these videos is because she's taking medication. And so people think she's been taking this concoction of shit that she shouldn't be taking because she's fine, realistically.
Oh, so they think they're like stupefying her,
like
with
drugging
drugs.
her. Yeah. Bro.
So first of all, I want to say, like a devil advocate position that I also find hilarious is like maybe though she's like so in need of help as far as like mentally that when she reads those comments, the only thing she really reads is like, "Wear a yellow top, blink a lot." So she's like, "You guys want me to wear a yellow top? Wear a yellow top.
Yeah.
Blink a lot. Okay."
She also knows nothing about copyrights. She literally posts dancing videos with music and says nothing about the artist, absolutely nothing. She did it to like an indie artist, and he literally commented and said, "Oh my god, this is an honor. Thank you so much for putting this." And then she reposted the video and said, "Hey guys, I'm sorry. This artist is actually this guy. I had so much fun dancing to do his stuff. You guys should go listen to him. He's so freaking awesome." And like tagged him in it. And I was like, I think she genuinely just didn't care. And so she's just like, whatever. Yeah. And she's like, oh, fuck, I wronged him. I need to help him. Like, I want to do right by him because he's a musician like me.
Might be a little bit more thought than.
Yeah. But that's like what I think, like when I think of her.
Yeah.
And so it's just super fucking sad, dude. Like,
I know.
To hear that someone is being controlled. And I get mental instability. I'm not saying mental health is not a thing. I just feel like you can't take away all of their like truth. You can't be like, I control you fully now, no matter, even if you do get better, I'm going to say that you're not.
Yeah. Well, that's wrong.
Yeah. And I'm just like, fuck you, Mr. Spears.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Okay. This might not be true though.
Leave Britney alone. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real though, like it's just, it might not be true
though, dude. But dude, stories like this though, like grab me, dude. Like the ones that like true crime or like internet mystery things that like grab me the most are always shit that's like, are they sending a secret message in these videos that they're allowed to post? You know what I mean? That's like,
oh yeah, for sure.
It's like, do they need help? They're blinking. They're like, oh, that's American Sign Language. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, if you look at that and then do the star chart by the North Star, like,
yeah, no, for sure.
Dude, that's the shit that I love. Like, those are the stories that I'm like, oh shit, there's a mystery.
Yeah. They
need help.
I don't know, man. Like, I think that shit's real because she makes a lot of fucking money. Even when the bitch is doing nothing, she's making money. Like, because her shit is being used to this day and it has for decades. And so, it's just like, of course, someone who's getting paid, especially like a manager who literally doesn't give a fuck about anyone but themselves.
What happens if the story though is like similar but different? Like they're like, people are stupefying her. What if it is they're keeping her from her medication so she does never get better?
I don't know.
I mean, it's still bad.
I don't think there was a problem to begin with. I think the problem with Britney Spears, hold on, hear me out on this. She was like how old when she started singing on the Mickey Mouse Club? Like, super fucking young.
Yeah, so
and her mom,
I feel like that's to my point.
But her mom though, listen to this, her mom is kind of to blame for some of it too. She like supposedly like
what?
They were homeless when Britney got on the Mickey Mouse Club, and her mom drove her to audition after audition.
I'm not victim blaming the person that has the mental illness. Like, this is all your fault. I was like, it could be genetic. It could be her parents fucked her hard. It could be her parents fucked her hard, and so did the industry and probably some record execs and like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying she's not broken, but I'm saying I find it okay. I'm not even saying that. I think it does come off mainly because I thought it was funny at the beginning. Like, she could just be reading.
Oh yeah.
Like those things. I'm not saying it's like unlikely this is true. Yeah. I would say it's like 50-50. But
with the shit that's been going on in the industry, I would not be surprised if this comes out as a thing where she's like, I can finally break free.
And there's other like industry things that are like just as fucked up, if not more. So like, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying
too, that like kind of made me like sick to it.
The only thing I was arguing about there is like, you make it sound like the only reason she has mental illness is because her dad is feeding her things. And it's like, no, she probably also has mental illness.
Yeah. So they were talking about her kids and they're like how they use her kids against her sometimes.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And how she goes like 3 or 4 months without seeing them.
Yeah.
And they're like, that never happened like when they were younger. It was like now when they're older, she's just like abandoning them for whatever reason. And people are like, what the fuck? And they think that they're like keeping her from them to like get her to, like control of her basically. I was like, if that's fucking true, that's fucked up. Also, where the fuck is the mom and the sister? They're supposed to be like the normal ones. And you're just not, especially her sister, do something about it, bitch. If you see your sister is fucking like drowning, stick your hand out and help her.
Yeah. Or her sister's seriously mentally ill. She just doesn't know what to do about it.
That's true. Yeah. And she
So
just can't. Oh, dude, imagine that. Imagine having a famous brother or sister, but you're not famous yourself. You're like semi-famous. Like you've been on a couple things.
You talking about Jamie Lynn?
Yeah.
She's pretty famous for at least
anyways,
a certain generation.
Just going back to like my story here. I think it'd be fucking nuts to have like a sibling. You're both kind of famous, but you know something that you can't tell the world. And like you think it would help her if you did, but you can't. Because of this, and this.
What conspiracy are you building off the fact that she just might have a serious mental illness?
I don't know. I want her to be okay is my thing. I think that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, I want her to be okay too. I'm just saying like...
I also kind of hope people like, if I were ever to be famous, that I would have a devout fan base that would literally help me if they felt like I was being... Like I always had like an out.
Abuse.
Yeah. Like I had like an out of an out. Like my fans would catch on and then... Because fans are Nancy Drews, man. Fans like that fucking Don't Fuck with Cats video show on Netflix.
They were fans of cats.
Literally, it was a group of people on fucking Facebook that like found this fucking or like did this whole thing. I won't spoil it for anybody, but it's just fucking crazy. And
That's a crazy documentary too.
dude, it really is. But that shit happens all the time. Like people pick up on shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
All I'm saying, I'm a huge conspiracy theorist, so I just
That's what I'm saying. It definitely might be true. It definitely might be true. I just think you're so 100. I feel like I have to pull it back.
And that's fine.
Because you're like Jamie Lynn knows and she can't tell the world. Da 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 da. And
Dude, I'm team Britney.
And I'm like, or
dude.
Jamie Lynn knows that her sister is severely mental ill at this point for whatever reason.
Dude,
And they're trying to help her.
Toxic changed my life. So I'll be forever grateful for Britney. That song, hands down. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you don't like Toxic, I don't like you. I'm sorry.
Wait,
like,
they have to like it or that?
Just be down with it.
What if they're like, it's okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But you can't be against Toxic because the fucking it's so pop, but it's so great. And the fucking music video is fantastic. I love she was in an interview with James Corden doing the carpool karaoke thing.
Uh-huh.
And he asked her a question. He goes, so what's this next song about that I'm about to introduce? And he's like, oops, I did it again. She goes, well, what do you mean? He goes, what's the song about? And she was like, have you watched the video? And he goes, yeah. She goes, whatever the video says. And he's like, so like two people like falling in and out of love each other, like blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, sure.
Wait, oops, I did it again?
Yeah. She was like,
is that the one
where she's like on, it's like the like Titanic.
Oh, okay.
Like
it's not the schoolgirl one.
No, it's where she's in the red leather suit.
I was like, isn't she fucking teacher in that one?
No, it's when she's in the red leather suit. And she's on like Mars or something.
Yeah.
So, which right there, as if someone didn't think of that for her. Creator, dude, she's just a mastermind.
No, dude, she's a voice that they've always pointed in a direction.
For sure. But I like to think of Britney like that. And like, it's just like whenever I feel like she's being attacked, I have to come to her defense.
Yeah, and I would probably be more in her defense if you weren't so 100. I did not expect you to be so. I thought we were both going to be like, pretty suspicious.
Yeah, no, but
you were like, bitch, no. Britney's dad jailed today.
Yeah, no. I just every era of Britney I end up loving, even though some of them are actually like kind of trash. Sorry, Britney, but like, girl. But some of them are like really fucking good, and I'm like, oh my god. So,
I feel like if you had a better life, you would not be into metal. Because you're so into pop that like, I think if you didn't have angst in you, you would not have enjoyed metal.
I don't know.
Like if you had the type of life that was so smooth, you had no angst.
I'm actually kind of thankful for metal though, because just so everyone knows,
because you had a life with angst.
I used to be in a band and do metal shit and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I can scream, but yeah. So with metal, like, I think honestly it saved my life. And like the most like I know it sounds so fucking cliche.
No, I get what you're saying.
But like I think it developed me into the person I am today, and I love that. Like I love exactly who I am, like as like just personality wise.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm not like too annoying, like people like me, like blah blah blah.
Yeah, you got a good round. I feel
that like if I didn't have that,
But
I think I would be a fucking demon.
No, but this is what I'm saying. You're imagining the same life without metal. I'm saying imagine a life now where in your teens you didn't feel like I'm not saying you felt these specific things, but I'm just gonna give a group like an outsider, unwanted, or like mad, or like repressed. Imagine you somehow had a really nice childhood, like everything was perfect, so you always felt good.
Yeah, I'd have a wife and I'd have kids and I'd live.
You don't think you'd be gay?
I don't know. Oh no, I probably would be gay.
Oh wow, I was about to be like, whoa, that's a hot take.
No, no. I probably still would be gay. I would be one of two things. I would be the person who's a fucking basically a borderline cheerleader, or is a cheerleader for the women's thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Like that is who I think I would be, and I don't like that.
Right, but but that's because you are who you are now. I'm just saying, I feel like if you didn't have this thing that like chipped away in certain areas, I think you would just be bubblegum pop, dude.
I probably would be, dude. I'd probably be like a K-pop, I like K-pop, but I'd probably be a huge.
Think you'd go that far to go into K-pop?
I think I would.
You think you'd learn Korean?
J-pop too.
Think you learn Korean and Japanese?
Maybe.
That's almost how I said it.
I feel like I would be rich.
What?
I feel like I'd be in a rich family, trust fund kid, because those are the people that are queer, that are like that, like from the gate, have a good home life normally. There are exceptions, obviously, and everything.
Are you talking about the ones that feel safe enough to like,
to be
basically become gay, like as soon as they kind of realized that what gay was?
Yep.
Like even if it was technically coming out of the closet, it was just them more being like, "Hey, everyone, I figured out what gay is, and that's what I am."
Yep. They're like, cool.
Yeah. Like upper middle class white liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like I would be. So, whatever.
Yeah, which is fine. There was no judgment statements in anything. I was just saying, like, you like pop so much that in a smoother life, I don't think you'd like metal.
I know pop. Like even when bands, like my biggest hard on is when bands that were once metal go into more of like a pop, like grungy, like alternative rock.
Yeah, because I think that's exactly what happened to you.
Yeah.
So you're like, yes, guys, we're landing here.
One I've been really on is a band called Bring Me the Horizon, and their new shit, like people fucking shit on it, and I get it, but I want to do that. Like that is what I want. Like my band. Like if I could pick a band to be a part of, it'd be that group.
I feel you.
It's just, it's so fucking good. It just makes me want to like go into cyberpunk space. By the way, update guys, Cyberpunk 2027,
2027, 9/20.
Cyberpunk 2077 got fucking delayed again.
We've definitely talked about this. He tried to press a button there and missed the first time.
Got delayed again to November.
We've talked about that.
Well, I'm triggered by it still, and we're still going to continue to talk about it. It's a hot take, and it really fucking pisses me off. And now I'm even more mad. Okay, hold on a second. Producer just showed me a meme. It says, tag a parent who would take their kids to this museum, and it is a museum of Britney. Yeah. Like her past albums.
Yeah, it would be you.
Yeah, for sure. What were we talking about?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh yeah. No, dude, I watched. Oh my god, I'm kind of mad about this. And wait, it could potentially ruin the game for you. So do you want me to tell you, or do you want me to not tell you?
Is it a spoiler?
It's not a spoiler. It's just something that they keep doing to the game, like as they're polishing it, quote unquote.
What?
They keep removing NPCs. Mm-hmm.
So,
and it makes me real fucking sad because it looks like an apocalyptic Cybertown, like with like no people.
Okay, so are they just removing the walking around NPCs?
Yeah, and some of them that were like kind of a part of the story, but like just there type of thing.
They're
getting rid of them because they're saying it's lagging the game or some bullshit. And I'm like, the longer you guys have it, the more it's going to suck. Because I know you're saying that we're making it better, but don't take away the NPCs. But I guess the positive thing is they have been really listening to like people who have been reviewing it.
Yeah.
And that's why they're doing the whole Nightwire City thing, because they're showing reviews of it.
Yeah.
And like gameplay. And so people think that the reason why they push it back is because they want to get like a final like verdict of what people think of like the game as it is now.
Yeah.
To potentially change it to make it better.
So
people are saying that people who are reviewing it are going, not enough NPCs, and they're like going to be like, okay, hopefully. But I get it. Like it's a fucking, just watching some of the gameplay trailers, it's basically GTA 5 in a cyber setting.
Well, the newest gameplay trailers in particular they're edited like they were edited by the Rockstar people. Like I almost wonder if a Rockstar editor like is now working at CD Projekt Red. Like I saw so much, I was like, are they about to announce Rockstar's coming in on this,
right?
Or like
Rockstar now owns Cyberpunk?
Yeah, like that's what I thought I was gonna be like. Grand Theft Auto, Cyberpunk 2077.
But I'm just like I want all those people there. Like I want the city to be bustling.
Dude, all we gotta do now is trust. Put your faith in the Lord and trust.
I swear to God, though. No, I can't. I know.
Maybe
I can't
light
be
something.
like this. I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna burn my collector's edition if it sucks.
Oh my God, you're gonna be one of those guys.
Because, like, dude, like, I pre-ordered this last June, and it was expecting it this April.
Well, my biggest thing is if they get rid of all of these NPCs, am I only gonna be able to fuck like 4 people?
Exactly, dude. And I'm like, why are you gonna let me
fuck-a-thons?
Why are you gonna let me customize my penis and or vagina?
Not to be able to stick it in anything.
Or to stick something in it. And I'm like, come on, like, don't fucking do that. You're so close. You are so close to making a game of the year, and you're going to fuck it up by trying to make it better.
See, but at this point, though, you're just feeding this like paranoia that you're going to get it, that you're going to analyze it differently if you just,
you know why I'm thinking of the paranoia is because so many people have told me, they're like, Cyberpunk is not going to be, and it's not going to be good.
Yeah, because they started going here earlier than you. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna get to the point like this is gonna be October like 28th, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, this game's gonna fucking suck! No!" And then you're gonna get it. You're like, "I don't even know if I'm gonna play it. I don't even know. Maybe I should just burn it now." And then you're gonna be analyzing it the whole time. You're not even gonna enjoy your first playthrough. Your first playthrough is gonna be all analyzation.
Unless I start seeing stuff where they start making changes, then sure, like I'll get the hype back. But it's just like,
stop looking for changes.
I haven't had my heart broken by a game company yet, like you have. And
yeah, just that's because you weren't paying attention, bro.
No, 2K really fucked over the WWE franchise.
Yeah, but that's just because you weren't paying attention, bro.
That's probably true. But I don't know, man. Anyways.
I'm saying keep your innocence. Let yourself get fucked over in the moment.
I'm still going to like it. Even if it is, I'll just fucking drive around in the goddamn car all day. Just hitting people. Fuck
hitting
it.
the 4 people.
You know, they say too that you can go through the game without killing a single NPC.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
It is.
I'm killing them all.
Having a genocide running?
No. Oh. So there's an article at Producer Streaming says Cyberpunk 2077 has over 1,000 NPCs with different behaviors. They're all like handmade and like to have their own routines. 1,000 of them.
Oh.
Or like each one different.
Yeah, okay.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. Anyways.
Maybe they had more.
Please, Lord, just.
See, that's what I think you're thinking about. Is like maybe they had like 100 and they're going down or whatever. But maybe they had like 10,000 and they went to 1,000.
I still want 10,000.
But see, that's only because you just didn't, you're like, wait, there maybe was more. Like it's
no,
that,
in one of the trailers
is that whole fallacy. No, but what I'm saying is, what if the trailer was with the 1,000 because it was the important people that had routines?
Oh, I get what you're saying now.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like you're like, there's the opposite view too. Like, oh, maybe I'll still get the same experience. It was just something I didn't realize.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a PC, guys.
Oh yeah, you finally committed. You finally committed.
Several year journey.
Man, if you've been a long time listener, these are some callbacks, bro.
I know, man. We're giving you that episode today. But I got a Razer Blade laptop. Yes, I am bougie.
So it skates?
No, it has snakes on it. what you love.
On a plate.
No, but I got their laptop and I got their mouse, and I'm loving it actually. Like, I'm really surprised that I fucking have never really been a Windows fan because I think it just wasn't the time for me.
It was a sheep.
It was shitty. Anyways, so I finally got one, and actually, like, really, it's not bad. Like, I can't dog like Windows anymore, and the fucking games are fucking awesome to play, and they're super fun. But yeah, if you guys have any games that you think I should play, definitely throw them my way. I've been playing Diablo 3 and Valorant, and then Planet Coaster, because I fuck with simulation games hardcore. Hence why I play Animal Crossing.
Dude, I love simulation games. I can lose my life to a good simulation game.
Oh, bro.
Usually I stop playing a simulation game is because I get to a certain point where it's like, now I'm just doing the same shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm simming everything. And I'm like, oh, if only they went in deeper. Then
Dude,
I could go
I have
deeper.
a story for you.
I'm ready.
There was a documentary that we watched. Producer, what was the documentary that we watched? Where the people had like, anyways, watching a documentary.
You didn't even finish explaining. Oh, I think I did. I should.
That fucking video where it's like basically the Sims.
People were like living in Second Life.
Yes.
Yeah,
and they fucking had their own businesses.
Yeah, that one lady who was like a fashion designer, and
one sold furniture,
and that one dude who was a programmer, and then like lost his wife over it because he realized he didn't care about his wife that much.
That's me with a simulation game. Like coasters, cities, have me build shit and just have fun. Like anything with real estate and building besides Fortnite. It's the only fucking game. I don't want to be
really
shot. I don't want to be shot at while I'm building myself a house.
Right.
Anyways, it's just so much fun and like governing it and like making it like what you want.
Yeah.
That to me is just amazing. And so Planet Coaster is a new game I've been playing. And this might be the best simulation game I've played in a really long time. Like graphics are really good. They have like people have like different animations, and the people have like a distinct like look.
Yeah.
Between the whole like race of people, and they have like little like things that they like say. They're kind of like Sims where they groan, but they like groan in a way where it's like I get that, like I get that emotion.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts, but it's a lot of fun.
So it's like a futuristic roller coaster tycoon?
Not really futuristic. It's more like now.
Oh, it is now?
Yeah. Like it was released in 2016 actually. And Steam had a sale on it for $11 and I was like, fuck it. I love it.
Yeah, there's like something I like about the indie scene is there's some like game types or like specific games that like you don't see on the horizon even for like a sequel or anything like that. Like Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff. And then people just make their own. Because they're like, I was tired of waiting.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go, guys. And you're like, oh, thank you so much.
I'll have to show you it because they have like this sci-fi thing, like a sci-fi theme that they have.
Yeah.
And you can make everything sci-fi and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick. And it kind of reminds me of like that game, like Movies. Remember that? By Lionhead Studios.
Oh, I loved that game.
Dude, like that shit. It was a simulation game of you being a fucking like production company basically making movies.
And the only
shit.
thing with that game is I got to a certain point where I was just like, I want to do more with this.
But
like,
yeah, but you really couldn't. And dude, where this all stems from is my grandmother sat me in front of a computer or was playing when I went to her house one time. 1602 AD. It's a game.
Okay.
And it's like an old timey, like you like run a civilization basically.
Okay.
It's like one of the first ones. And she got fucking in it.
Oh, did she?
And then she was like, come look at this. And it's like people were like docking ships and trading with her and like doing all this shit. And I was like, oh my God. And she's like, want to play? I was like, yeah. And I played. I literally played the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Until like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I love those types
and then
of
she
games.
bought it for me.
Oh, nice.
So I could play it at home. And I was like, oh my God, thank you.
I love those types of games. Usually, especially with like civilization builders, it's either too focused on warfare, and so then I'm like, no, but I want to like get into like my political system,
Yeah.
or something like that, or it's too much about the other stuff that's like, right, but I want to just take over this guy's land. So like, how do I declare war?
And that's what 1602 AD was.
And conquer them, and then they're like, we don't really have war things.
You would literally get on your ship, you would drive your ship out in the ocean, and you would go to another island. and you would try to take over the island. And
Oh,
if you
that's
took over
cool.
the island, it branched into your territory,
Oh, that's cool.
and then you could take it over and like do that.
Yeah.
No, it was like, oh, but like you didn't have to do that though.
Yeah.
But people would come try to do that to you, too.
Yeah.
And it was so much fucking fun. And I've been trying to find. I want to play like the game, but I can't find it anywhere. It's like really fucking old.
Sad day.
There's a company that actually owns it that makes similar games, but they just don't look the same, man. Just doesn't hit right.
I feel you. Yeah.
Just like I need 16. Like I want you to remake that specific game,
Mm-hmm.
like remaster it, remake it, and then give it to me,
Yeah, I like me a remaster. Like I said, it makes some games feel like you remember.
dude. Crash Bandicoot was one of them.
Dude, that's the worst is going back and realizing how ugly a game was when
Oh,
like in your
dude.
head it was like perfect. And then you look at it now and you're like, oh my eye. How could I tell that was a duck?
Like fucking GoldenEye.
Yes.
Dude, GoldenEye looks awful now.
I know. And even like a lot of people, when they'll be like, it was like the best first person shooter of all time, which at the time it was. But then they'll basically be like, why don't you shoot like that anymore? And then they go back and actually play how you had to like control. And they're like, oh God. Like that's a horrible feeling too, is being like, oh, I remember this being a lot smoother.
Oh yeah, for sure. I really hope that they remake that game.
Do you know?
I think Sony should.
Do you know how like the controls on at least mouse and keyboard got standardized?
No.
It literally, there was like no real standardized one. Different games had different ways to control. You just had to look it up. And it was because Quake started becoming like kind of like an esport. Like it had tournaments with like stuff to
Yeah.
win. And one guy was so dominant, and he's the one that made WASD. And then the
Oh.
mouse, and then space bar for keyboard.
Oh wow.
I mean, for jump. He's the one that did that layout. And then he was so dominant, other people played like him.
oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, which is nuts.
Yeah. I love fucking video games so much, dude.
Me too, bro.
Oh, it's just so great.
I know. I honestly, I'm getting to a point where I feel like I like too many things. I was like, I don't have enough time for all of them.
I feel you on that, man.
But I also don't have one that's a clear winner of love. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, I can't choose that one. Like, the people who are like, I basically just play video games in my me time. I don't really care about doing anything else. I almost admire, like, I'm almost envious. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're able to settle that just like definitely.
Don't
that
be
mu-
envious, dog.
That must be nice.
They're just settlers.
Or they're like, oh, it's just movies. I'm like, that must be nice. That's what you nailed. Or even people that decide on like, there's some people that like just like retro stuff, so like old movies and old video games. Even that, it's like I'm such more like focused that I'm almost envious.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like I like so many different things that I couldn't like possibly just do one singular thing. Like I like variety.
Yeah, but
And that's why like I have like a love-hate relationship with video games. Like there will be months where I'm like, yeah, Apex Legends, fuck yeah. And I'll play the shit out of it. And then I'm like 2 months, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I go in cycles. I call them cycles. Usually lasts a few months, and it's usually like one dedicated thing. Like I'll do like books,
Yeah.
and I'll do like games, and like they'll still play games while I'm in like another one, or vice versa. But it's just like that's way on the back burner. And I usually just go with it. I think it's my mind like being like, we've neglected this for too long, and then I'm like,
yeah.
oh yeah, this is everything I love about this. And then like once something else gets like to boiling point, being like too neglected, and I switch again.
Dude, I think I always had this idea of, because PC players are so PC master racy that, and they're so just hardcore about it. They're like vegans, dude.
They are.
No offense to PC
people-
master race or vegans, but
I'll offend you both. PC master race people are the gaming vegans.
for sure. And so like they make me think like they're like, don't fucking play if you're not fucking serious about fucking gaming. Like keyboard and mouse are nothing to fucking play with, dog. It's not like a controller.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh God, like I like my controller, like whatever. Fucking mouse and keyboard. Keyboard's a little weird, but the mouse is so much easier.
Yeah.
I just fucking click and it gets done. Like, I don't have to like look around like really. And, like, I haven't played a first person yet, so probably gonna have to do that when I play
played
first
Valorant.
person. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's true. It was a little bit trickier with a Valorant, but like with Diablo, I just held my mouse button down and like just dragged it along. He just kept running and shooting. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I was like, what the fuck? And then like had
You
like
now
1, 2,
remind
3.
me of like the South Park Cartman that's like super fat and wow, like he's even more fat and he's at the computer like like just clicking.
WoW is one thing I want to play. I had a friend who I was playing with last night, and he was like, I was like, hey, have you ever played WoW? And he was like, I haven't. He goes, and I really want to, because I just haven't found like someone to play with before, like that's going to be dedicated. And I was like, dude, we had like this moment.
You probably want to get at least one experienced person though to like get you to the high levels fast.
Yeah. That's what happened with Diablo last night. We had like one dude who was like really fucking experienced, and we just like sat there at the entrance of this fucking rift and just gaining like level jumping like fucking crazy. It was nuts. Don't come kill me, PC Master Race people. Do it. I did my grind.
No, you didn't. You didn't. In no way they would have like given you respect. You bought it.
I feel like they're like
didn't
these
build
the
it.
kids these days.
Yeah. You bought it. You didn't build it.
Yeah.
You did little to no research about like the specific components, in their opinion. And you just kind of went about keyboard and mouse.
It's fun though. So yeah, if you guys PC, hey, it's nice to be in your family now.
That was like you being not a vegan, but going, guys, I'm basically vegan, and they're like, no, you eat chicken, you eat beef, you eat, and you're like, ugh.
I don't want to tell you, but
But like in spirit,
Yeah.
I'm there. Like I appreciate your spirit. My spirit resonates. Namaste. Speaking of spiritual shit, dude, you know what? You know what I don't understand? I mean, I do, but I guess I'm coming from more like from an inside baseball perspective, you know, being like raised in a religion and stuff. But like fake miracles, like the people who do them. Like there's this lady, and I saw this video a few months ago because of like the circles I you know, I'm like attached to on the internet because of like just growing up and stuff. Of like this like quote unquote miracle that happened where this lady, she had like a bad arm. So it looked weird. So it was like short and like it looked like fat was bunched up almost like and skin like in the like your upper arm.
Yeah, you just smacked my arm, by the way.
So and so it was like that, and then so everyone's like in, you know, speaking in tongues. There's music playing, and it's like a big prayer circle. All gather around her, kind of like dancing. And there's this guy like hopping up and down, saying stuff. And then he's like pouring water on it. It's in a water bottle, but I know it's like holy water, quote unquote. And so he's like pouring water on it. And they're like da, 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 da. And so then her arm starts growing back, and it's going, and then it's like a full grown arm. Like it's peeled, hallelujah. Like, you know what I mean? And even when I saw it though, I was like, yeah, okay, maybe cool. Like, you know what I mean? I just like accepted it. Like I did it. I wasn't gonna poke and prod. But then I found out that same bitch did that miracle 4 different times at 4 different churches.
Oh my God.
Like, and those are the ones she was videotaped. She's done it a bunch. She's been living off doing that for like a few years.
How do you fucking make a job out of that?
I don't know. You realize that you can tuck your arm in your body, and then you're like, I'll figure this out.
That is
the circus
is satanic, man.
That is, dude, right? But the circus isn't around anymore, so she had to figure out a different hustle, dude.
That's a full circle, man. Full fucking circle, dude.
But no, fake miracles, dude, they just like depress me.
You know what my favorite thing ever
It's
is?
just like, why are you fucking with people like
not
that?
my favorite thing ever, but it's
Fake
pretty
miracles?
high up there. No, is the video of Benny Hinn. If you don't know who he is, look it up.
Oh yeah, like knocking the people
He's
down.
like, yeah, look up like Benny Hinn meme, and it's this video of him like going and like doing all this shit and like hitting because he slays people by like touching their foreheads and they fall back.
And just in case, for those of you who don't know what like being slain is or getting slayed or whatever, basically like the power of God, like quote unquote, the power of God comes upon you so intensely and whatnot, it knocks you out. You fall down and now you're in like a coma of like spiritualness, and like a lot of people claim to have visions and stuff.
Yeah, but Benny Hinn was literally like hitting people in the head, so he's probably actually knocking them out,
like giving them a good right hook.
No, he punched someone in the fucking. I don't think it was him specifically, but there's a video of a pastor literally punching someone in the stomach as hard as he could. I'm like, is this how people get over on abuse? Like
they're just out there beating the shit out of someone, like the power of Christ.
But I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
And then that dude gets off stage going, "Thank you, Pastor. I needed that."
Blue and I grew up, very Christian, and so we've been to stuff where it's kind of been like that, but it was never where they were like hitting you.
I had to yell at someone to stop one time. So we're like up there praying, having Jesus time. People are getting slain left and right, like just falling down, like D-Day, dude. And I was sitting there like, well, I guess it's not my time. Like, cause like,
That's hilarious.
Because like in my head, it was like, if it was going to happen to me, I wanted it to be like for realsies.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like fake it.
Like I'm not going to like buckle my knees or whatever. And so, so like, I was like, okay, it's gonna be real. And like, when people start praying for getting slain, they always get intense. So they'll at least like shake your head. Like,
oh yeah,
the power.
Yeah.
So like you gotta be used to those. And so someone's doing that, and he's like trying to push me down. Like I was like started feeling like my knees were like starting to give, and I'm like, wait, what? So I had to like stand my ground, and I was like, well, no. And then I feel him like push harder, and like at this point, I'm like really trying to pray, like I'm trying to connect with the divine, you know what I mean? And but he's like pushing me, so I'm trying to pray here, god damn it, like,
oh my gosh,
and he's like pushing me, so I finally open my eyes, I look at him, I go, stop, and he's like, oh, okay, sorry, man.
That's hilarious.
Well, like,
he's like, you're gonna go down.
Yeah, I honestly felt like I was almost like, excuse me, Jesus, stop it.
Yeah,
sorry about that. Like,
that's hilarious.
It was so weird, dude. And then there was a time we went through like a Holy Spirit. You were there, but like a Holy Spirit tunnel. So like they did that like spirit tunnel where like the football players run underneath the cheerleaders. But we run under there, and it's supposed to be like, we're anointing you.
I think they were pushing people back.
No, what happened for me, dude? The lady in front of me fell. And I think I can't remember if she got slain or tripped, but she fell. It tangled up my legs because I was trying not to step on her. So I fell, and in my head, as I'm falling, I go, "Oh no, I need to get up fast because I don't want them to think I'm slain." But so they have these things called modesty blankets. So you would fall, and they throw them over you. So just in case you fell, like with your butt crack hanging out, you weren't just like embarrassed.
Yeah,
and so. So I literally, the second I land, like I literally turned my hands to like get up, and the second I land, boom, courtesy blanket. Like I was like, oh, they were ready, dog. Yeah, they were ready, and so I had to be like, and so so I had to lay on the ground. I laid on the ground for like 10 minutes, being like, I'm just gonna let them think I was laying because this is a weird.
I think the same thing happened to me in the same place we went to, because I remember you falling. I was behind you, and I made me fall, and like 2 other people behind us all fell. And they're like, "Whoa, everyone's getting slayed," and I'm like, "No, someone just fucking tripped."
And so I'm like laying there for 10 minutes, just like, just don't move a lot,
dude. Oh god, I just got a visual of that again. That was fucking hilarious.
It was a nice church though.
It was.
Like, it was a good building.
Yeah, it was
in a
pretty fun.
shitty town. I hate that town so much, dude.
Anyways, yeah, I think it's a good space.
Yeah, I think it's a good place too.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Smoke With Us.
Yeah. We're Smoke With Us. Follow us on everything. We're at Smoke With Us Podcast on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Talk to us. Like,
retweet, whatever, dude.
yeah, dude.
Oh,
we
we're
got
on
a
Twitter now?
Yeah, we have a Twitter now. I made that. It took me only like 4 hours, but I made it. It's just a lot.
It wasn't even a lie. You just like entered your name in and we're like, and then like you got on there like, here's the password. And it's like, hey, we sent you an email, and you're like, an email.
Yeah, but yeah, we have a Twitter now, so tweet us. We'll try to tweet some shit out. I want to tweet like funny shit. Like, I don't really want it to be like anything memey. I just want to like tweet like high thoughts.
Yeah, or just high thoughts, or just
if you have anything that you want to tag us in, definitely let us know. We'd love to see shit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. If you made it this far,
yeah. And what are you at?
Oh, I'm at an 8. I was at a 9 though.
I'd probably say I'm an 8.
Yeah, the laughing took me down a little bit.
That's good. Release of energy.
It was a good laugh. But yeah, guys. So we're gonna send you out with "Sparkler" by Saint Warhead.
Smoke weed every day.
I've been wavy for the longest, need the rest of y'all to catch up to me. Terpene gravy for my bong hit, so every hit is extra gooey. Then I light it extra doobie, get high while I Netflix movies. Pass it to my baby, muffled coffee, my face next to boobies. I like to get high a lot, I like to get high a lot. My girls take smaller dabs because we have to buy a lot. I hate it when my lighter's lost, don't you too? That shit sucks, anywho I got shit to do. Need a smoker then after fuck, no I don't wanna work with you. All you other rappers suck, I told you I got work to do, so will you please get off my nuts? Sorry, don't think I'm high enough. Nope, light another up. Coughing while we mob and drop the glob, and when the glow is up, 99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pulling up.
99 problems, think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pull
I like my
skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. Dabs got my fingers sticky like I'm Peter Parker. Feeling like a king, scrolling memes with scenes from Arthur. Sauce has terpenes, diamonds looking like it's tartar. All my friends grow weed, we got some inner city farmers. It don't matter if you broke or not, you can find a way to smoke some pot. Every spot is overstocked, and every block an open shop, and everybody's high. You can't even find a sober cop. Every night I'm stoned, then I zone out and play Overwatch. Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm dozing off.
Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm done.
I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my
Skip drip.
it light up like a spark. I like my